98 DNQ races have happened up until tonight. Tonight is the 99th DNQ race, and it is sponsored by SRI Performance. And it is at the Millbridge Speedway here in Salisbury, North Carolina. Highline is there, and these guys are ready to make it happen. As last year's champion, Nick Stroop, gets ready to race. But let's go down and talk to a past champion of DNQ. We're down here at SRI Performance Night, and I'm here with Jordan Rummage, who is basically one of the first legends of DNQ Karting Series racing. Past Busch Series champion. You're back here, going to run Dash tonight. I mean, what does it feel like to get back in here and get racing again?
Man, it feels good. I've been out of the seat a while, but we built a brand new kart to come out here and try to support the series, and I think we got a pretty good shot at running up front tonight.
Yeah, you've won a lot of these DNQ races and a championship too. Getting out and then getting back in it and getting on these treaded tires. I mean, have you ever run on those before?
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of the type dirt racing I do, we run the Hoosier tires, and so I have all the tools as far as the siping and grooving equipment, and we know the rubber very well, so I don't think the no prep's going to bother us at all.
Who has helped you get to this point here to run this race?
Dwayne Browning with Browning Racing Engines, and Nathan Briggs also with the Browning Racing Engines, and just a whole team of people, man, have really come together and really thrown in a helping hand to make this happen.
Jordan Rummage can get it done here at Millbridge Speedway. He's done it before, looks to do it again tonight. Well, let's take a look at the DNQ Karting Series cutaway car, the tech kart. And today, Jay-Z, we are going to talk about aero and what effects these karts have when they get in yaw.
It's the latest monkey see, monkey do trend, Bob. Everyone wants to worry about what happens in the front of the kart, but a few people are starting to figure out what side force is, that moment of yaw. And when our graphic updates here, you'll see how the air changes. There's just a push on that right-hand side, and that helps keep that kart straight, minimizing mechanical grip.
Let's go down to Chris Minogue, who knows nothing about that. Well, SRI Performance is a great sponsor for tonight's event, and I'm down here with Chris Minogue. Chris, you felt like you learned some stuff over the last couple weeks that'll help your performance here, and we know that Jeff Mendering owns this thing, obviously, just by looking at it. Do you feel like you're able to outbalance the fact you're driving for Jabbo?
I do. I really do. I think my talent's going to way outweigh the piece of crap that I'm driving here. It is a perk that we both work for Jabbo, and so if I don't win, you're fired also. So I think both of those factors tonight are really going to play into a good race.
Yeah. So it looks like the top might be there tonight. We talked about this earlier about you might run the top, you might not. There's a berm up there tonight. Is that something you're going to set up for, or do you feel like you're going to set up for the bottom?
At the moment, I'm going to set up for the bottom. We'll see how practice goes. Personally, I like the bottom a little more, but if we got to go up there, we got to do what we got to do.
A New Jersey native. He's always used to being Jabbo's crutch, and tonight he's going to try to crutch his equipment to the finish line. All right, guys, let's talk about Chris Minogue. He is our DNQ driver spotlight for today. He is a New Jersey native, grew up around New York City, 28 years old, and he's also a single gentleman. But let's talk about that engineering job that he has there, Bill.
Well, it looks like that right front fender is mostly a push-up bra. I got nothing about his engineering background, but I've seen him throw a $2 bill at a strip club, and it is one of the best.
I know Jeff's mentioned to us in some meetings on the side that he's concerned that, you know, if Chris finds a girlfriend, his productivity is going to go way down and he'll start driving like crap. It's a story as old as time. So he's worried, but who knows? Maybe there's someone with blue hair out there for him.
Yeah, if we can keep Chris Minogue enslaved in being just an engineer on a race team, it'll be better. But if you're a girl that has blue hair and likes guys who race in the DNQ Karting Series, you might want to check this guy out. He usually floats mid-pack, so that's something to look forward to. And he's got a decent job, too. So you're really just putting in an investment and seeing if you can get something out of it. Speaking about somebody who knows about investing in women, Tyler Young is here tonight, and we're down there with one of his development drivers, Dustin Dunn. Well, driver for Tyler Young Motorsports is Dustin Dunn. And, Dustin, I believe the last time we saw you racing down here, you were able to win the Busch Series feature. Coming back, racing, you've been running some late models in Florida. I mean, explain coming out here and racing in the DNQ Karting Series to somebody who runs bigger stuff all the time.
Yeah, I just like to come out here, have fun. That's what I'm here for. The big car stuff's stressful, trying to run against the big teams. Come out here, have a little fun, hang out.
So you're teammates with Dylan Teasley, and we got owner Tyler Young in there in the trailer. I don't know what he's talking about, but it's got to be pretty funny. But Do you and your teammate bounce ideas off each other to a point, or you guys are right there with each other the whole time so you don't share too much?
No, we definitely help each other. I just helped him with his clutch, so I mean we're back and forth. We help each other when we can, and he's got Pickle doing his tires. I do my own tires, so that's our only difference between the two of us. But yeah, teammates for sure. We help each other when we can.
What's it like driving for Tyler Young?
Oh man, it's a blast. I've only been working for him for about a year now, and I'll tell you, it's one of the funnest teams I've ever worked for. So definitely a good time.
Are there any pit lizards coming tonight?
I do have a few coming, so we'll see. We'll see who actually shows up.
I knew it. This guy's going to win tonight. All right, well, the drivers are getting ready to finish out their final practice. We'll be right back after this message. Before we get started with our action tonight here at the Millbridge Speedway, Cammie Stroop passed away recently, and she was the mother of Nick and Zach Stroop, last year's champions in the Pro Cup and Cup Series, and we want to send out our prayers and condolences to the Stroop family at this time. Randy Moore was one of DNQ's great supporters, loved the series, loved working with Jonathan Mabe on his kart, loved the content, and Randy Moore was a big supporter of the DNQ Karting series. He worked with Jonathan Mabe on his kart and on his team, and he passed away recently as well. We want to send out our prayers and condolences to him and his family as well at this time. We'll be right back with the DNQ Cup Series feature. Escape Pool Cup Series starting lineup. Jason Asbury will start in the pole via the invert with Iron Micro on the outside.
Row number 2, Nick Stroop and Bobby Showtime.
Row 372, LJ McCleary and Adam Bad Kitty Welch.
Row number 4 has CJ Winslow and Nick Beatty.
Row number 6, Stephen Broy and Mickey Pooh.
Lee Powell in the 51 and the 20 of Curtis Markham.
Nasty Trent Newman and Chris Minogue in the next row.
Row number 6, Crossthread Craig Smith did not start, and Mecky Hershaw.
Here is the Escape Pool Cup Series 410, clone engines, treaded tires, don't put prep on them. That's the big gist of it. Craig Smith, not starting this race, had a epic flip in practice. As Adam Welsh will have the in-car camera. He hit like a hole in the racetrack, or not a hole, just a bump, and his nose dug in, and he went endoing pretty good. So, not starting tonight. Yeah. Jason Asbury starting on the pole. He crossed the line first in Miltona. As we go green in the box through the invert, he will lead the field down to the green flag. And in DNQ, you cannot beat the leader to the line, but that does not stop Showtime from taking the lead from Asbury.
Bobby Showtime to the point with a big shove coming. They go 3 wide. This is lap number 1. Nobody cares. 3 wide per second. Jason Asbury leads the first lap after starting on the pole and falling back. Looks like he's got a big lead now, but wait for it. Here comes a run. Showtime back to the lead.
Man, I'm telling you. You think Jason Asbury's got the lead, and just like Chad Knaus's hairline, it just starts coming back, and Robert Showalter magically takes it from him.
Mike Rout, he lost a few positions there. He was stuck in no man's land. Asbury dedicated to the bottom as usual. Showtime, Bad Kitty up on top. They're making some hay up there. A few people changed positions there. That's the 71 there. That's Adam Welch. High, wide, and handsome. He's trying to make up a few spots here as we go along.
You know, we tilled the top side of this racetrack before the feature started, and they are already working it in 3 and 4. 1 and 2, the high line is there, and they are high, wide, and handsome.
Yeah, reason number 69 dirt track races should only be run at night, not in the middle of the day, and it's because you can get the right sides up there, bang the boards, huge run. Coming for second place, I have no idea who that is, but a bright yellow go-kart. That's Nick Stroop. Stroop up to second.
Yeah, he is straight strolling out there tonight. And Jason Asbury, again, very fast on the bottom here tonight. And the DNQ Karting Series, we were talking about bringing in some prep-sniffing dogs for the future, and maybe that will help stop some of these guys messing around with some tires.
Yeah, we've had a lot of issues with prep here, and you know, a couple of things that we've seen done in other series. The prep sniffing dogs hanging out there on the grid, that's going to catch these people and save them from themselves, because these idiots can't figure out that we test the winner every single week, and we've been throwing out people who cheat every single week. So eventually these people will get it.
And watching some great racing action here with Nick Beatty, Trent Newman, and C.J. Winslow towards the middle back of the pack. Some guys we don't really cover most of the time. Newman, Dorr, and Beatty pretty hard here. They're getting hot and heavy for about 52nd back here.
Yeah, there's 3 wide here, and they're slinging up dirt. It's a good thing we had the drivers pull the windshields out of these go-karts to make sure they're not getting built up and they can see. As when you throw that slider on there, it can kick up a rooster tail as we go on board here with Adam Welch.
Yeah, we see the Bad Kitty B, the back bumper off of Bobby Showtime, but one thing you don't notice here is the mud buildup in these engines overheating from the grill being in the front of the cars. Well, Bobby Showtime throwing up some dirt, banging that right rear off the cush, showing the Bad Kitty how it's done. These are actual dirt cars built to race on the dirt, not some stupid-ass pavement car banging around through some potholes. These motors are out there getting cooled by the air, and this racing is phenomenal tonight here at Millbridge.
Yeah, Adam Welsh there battling for third with Showtime. He's had a good season so far, hoping to keep that momentum up. Iron Mike Rott, LJ McCleary, and Eric Riggins there towards the back. I'm surprised to not see him up towards the front.
Yeah, I don't know if he's just missing the stagger tonight or the tilling threw him off, but normally he's up there dominating as Iron Mike throws it to the inside of McCleary. Can't complete it off of turn 4. McCleary holds onto the spot.
Yeah, it's getting very top dominant here. It seems like these guys want to keep their momentum up, and a lot of guys said there's a 10-tooth difference in the rear gear from running the top to the bottom of the racetrack, so you basically sell out for one or the other.
Yeah, you got to commit. If you're going to put on 10 teeth, my God, that is a ton of gear. You've got to either, if you're going to run the top, you got to run the top, and if you're going to run the bottom, you got to run the bottom. You might be able to pull some big, nasty slider move every now and then, but that's not what's happening here right now as we kind of get strung out. Bobby Showtime still banging it off the cushion as we get our,
C.J. Winslow in the 2 number cart there. We'll go for the loop-de-loop off of turn 2. That's going to bring out the caution. Let's see what happened. It's like he just checked up there and kind of spun around. So we'll have a restart. Stroop chose the bottom, which is a surprise. Here we'll see if that works out for him. They're in the box. He was the leader before this. As he's in the box and we go green, he slides up there to the top, and we'll see if Showtime can get the run. He pinches it off there. Wow, Adam Welsh back. Oh, wow! Lee Powell up and over down the back stretch on his own. That's going to bring out the caution. That was a heavy collision. It knocked the visor off his helmet. Oh, man, he's down pretty good. Wow, let's take a look at this again. Looks like he just hopped the berm there.
Yeah, hell of a barrel roll. Got a split window for a noggin now, but
I don't know. He just got way too high on entry, got up there in the loose stuff. Watch this right here. This is what concerns me, but his helmet did the job. His helmet did the job, took care of it there. He's able to walk off under his own power. He is okay, just a little shaken up after that, as anybody would be. Big hit right there.
Yeah.
Great safety initiative by DNQ, making all these drivers wear helmets. That's a testament to the rules and safety here at DNQ. The helmet did its job.
Yeah, hopefully Lee Powell will be okay after that there.
Back in the 70s, we were still running with leather caps, and drivers had to make their own decisions on what type of safety gear they wanted to wear.
The great Mike Joy story there is Stroop, the leader. Asbury hanging tough, though, on the bottom, and this is a pretty good race between these two here.
Yeah, Nick Stroop getting some big runs off the top of that baby poop colored Asbury car all the way down at the bottom. He gains a little bit, and here comes Stroop back up to the top. They're trading the lead one lane for another. What a race here. Big run from the top. Wow, this is exciting racing.
Please take notes at home if you race in DNQ, how these two are leaving a lane for each other. And also how Nick Stroop runs a lane down. We got one in the wall. It is, Mike Rott.
No, oh no.
Mickey Roop. Oh my goodness. Rott got up there in the junk. He's flipped. He's okay. Everybody's all right. Man, that was a wild one, JZ.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I saw the flash of blue go sideways, and then a whole bunch of, he just got too high.
Yeah, overdid it there, and that's the worst case scenario for a wreck. Somebody flipped over like that. Glad that Mike Rott is okay. Riggins got a piece of him with the side panel there, but he is able to walk away just fine after that. Just overdid it, jumped the cushion on his own. Let's take a look at it again. That's what happens when you drive it in too hard. So it's tough, man. I mean, this racing, you got to be skilled at doing it, and you really have to be careful, and Mike Rott just overdid it there.
Yeah, I would tip my shit over like 10 times already. I mean, shit, I'm almost falling off this bar stool.
Yeah, looks like you on the bar stool right now. It's just, we got Ray Stevers and stuff, another safety initiative. Just take a look at this from Adam Welsh's view. Woo!
Yo!
Yeah, I don't think Stephen Broy checked up for that wreck at all either. But good thing for Mike Rott there. He's going to be able to walk away from this one okay. He said he would buy a rib protector for the future, just so you guys know. But tough break.
That might not have been on him. That could have been that yaw moment. That cart in front of him, so hanging out a little wide, takes all the air off the nose, pushes up the racetrack, and he's in the berm. It's a part of the process here with DNQ running its high-speed cup class.
Back under green here, Asbury and Stroop continue their little dance over here as Robert Showalter in third. Having a good night as well. The cream is definitely rising to the top here in this Cup Series. And here comes Riggins. We were saying he wasn't doing very well. He's up to fourth.
Yeah, track came to Riggins. It looks like he's moving his way all the way up there. He's catching Bobby Showtime and Nick Stroop. Stroop and Riggins out of the same camp. They share notes. They share setups. We've seen them show up to the track in the same trailer many times, and it looks like they've shared notes tonight. And we'll see if Riggins has the long run car.
Yeah, I mean, look at Stroop. So for those at home that race, Stroop runs half a tire width below the berm. You do not have to ride the berm for everybody at home. Not how you do it. That's why Stroop doesn't flip and other guys do. So just take note of that, please. Just like these guys, except for Welsh.
Oh boy, he got up there pretty high that time. And I'm wondering if Asbury's being a little too gentlemanly here. Maybe he doesn't have the gear to run up that extra lane, but if he's clear coming off of 4, I'm putting my go-kart in that outside line and I'm making Stroop run the bottom. But he's holding his own. They're trading the lead back and forth as the caution comes out.
Yeah, caution is out. Adam Welsh shoved in the wall. We're gonna have to talk to Trent Newman about this accident right here. You don't shove somebody in a fence like that. So Trent Newman, if anybody ever does that again in the Cup Series, they'll be parked for the rest of the year. That is not something we want to see here in this series. So we're going to get with Trent Newman about that later on. But anybody ever does that again, they're done for the year. So not going to take that. So here we go. We're going to take another restart. Asbury is taking his time in the box as we go green. I don't know what that was about, but here we are. We're green. Trying to play these little games here, and we'll see if Stroop can get him. There's only 2 laps left in this thing, and I don't think Stroop's got enough momentum to keep up here.
Man, that was an impressive restart there by Asbury's, but what's most impressive is he's been able to run the bottom this whole race, and his tires have not worn out. They've not blistered or chunked. That's something that's just must be a testament to his skill, because otherwise he takes the checkered. Has his tires come back clean, or were they a little bit?
No, they came back hot. So we're going to go to talk to our actual winner, Nick Stroop.
Down here with Nick Stroop, our second-place finisher tonight in the SRI Performance Night race.
I think if the caution didn't come out, you would have won that race, or we would have had one of the best finishes we've ever had in this series. But the top was ripping. You had a good run there, and Asbury left you a lane. It was respectful racing, but a good race.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't ask for more than that. I just hate I got beat on the bottom. I wanted the top to be there, and we had a heck of a race, man. 2 to go. We were going to finish side by side, without a doubt. It was going to be a barn burner, but hate that. Tires took too long to fire there, and I knew when that caution came out, I was done. And I tried the bottom behind him. I could not roll it like he did. So it is what it is. We'll work on it some more and try again.
Yeah, a lot of guys getting a little bit over their head in this series, trying to overdo it, or they get runs, they don't hit the brakes. But it seems like you got a very good handle on that. What advice would you give to these guys that keep getting in wrecks?
Settle down. That's the one thing. Just your right rear tire ain't got to be on the wall. It's got to be about a half groove down, and it's all it is, man. I mean, I don't really go up there and pound it. I did the last lap and about died. So I learned my lesson. So it is what it is, man. If you don't like it up there, just move to the bottom. You saw what just won.
Nick Stroop, last year's champion, knows what he's talking about, does a great job, second place finish here tonight. Well, Robert Showalter comes home with a solid third place finish. Nobody seems to want to calm down in this series anyway, but you, Nick, the veterans that run this series do a really good job, and a good third place finish here tonight for you.
Yeah, I can't complain. I don't think we had anything for Stroop there on the top, and then we need to really figure out what the other cat's got going on for him down the bottom down there. That's crazy that he's that good down there. So we got some work to do. I'll take a third. It helps us some points, but if he keeps winning like that, it's not going to be no contest, you know. So yeah, not bad. I think I learned something for the dash race, and hopefully we can carry it over, and we'll see.
Robert Showalter gets some of his fine money back tonight that he paid for his tire test, so good for him. Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair Busch Series starting lineup. On the SRI Performance pole is Ryan Millington with Jared Chandler in the outside pole.
Row number 2, Brandon Connard and Ashton Johnson.
Row 3, Jesse Riggins and Anthony Kidwell.
Rocking them outfielders. Dylan Teasley and Dustin Dunn, Team Tyler Young.
Row number 5, Thomas Markham and Randall Beck.
Aaron Hodges and John Gerald in the 33.
Austin Pless and Austin Birch. A lot of people named their kids Austin in whatever year it was.
And Cody Glenn, riding shotgun.
Here's the Busch Series information. You can prep these. We don't even really care what tire you bring. And as long as it's a slick, Millington has an in-cart camera. Little Hickory late model racer there coming down here to D&Q to get a little dirty. And this series here, I hope your rear bumper's tight. Here we go. Green flag is out. Good old-fashioned prep racing, Jay-Z. This is your wheelhouse right here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're pushing and shoving already. They're gonna be bottom bitches all night tonight. That's just the nature of running these usually Maxxis pinks and blues. Maybe some people are getting brave with a Hoosier, which should be very fast in some conditions. But we'll see. As they're 3 wide, they're pushing and shoving, trying to make some room here.
So we've got some regulars in this Busch Series. We've got Chandler, Millington, Markham, Jarrell. And then you got like Brandon Connard running this race and Jesse Riggins, mostly treaded guys. Do we see the treaded guys do as well as the prep guys here tonight?
I don't think so. This prep class is something totally different. It's an entirely different animal. You don't run the top. You run right on the bottom like that. And the only way you can run the bottom is with treaded tires. With treaded tires is if you prep them, you get thrown out like Asbury's did.
Yeah, we're on board with Ryan Millington there in the SRI Performance in-car cameras. Ashton Johnson is going to go ahead and take the lead from him with Brandon Connard running third right now, having a decent run.
Yeah, Connard can be very hit or miss. At the end of last season, we saw him dominate that one night where he won 2 out of the 3 races he was in, I believe. And then, Miltona, he was really, we didn't really hear from him at all. I think he was there. He just didn't have the same pace that we used to seeing. So it's good to see him back towards the front. I know there's some people in the stands that are cheering for him.
Yeah, he changed chassis manufacturers. After the Hoosier Nationals, he won 3 races or 2 races or something that made $1,500 and sold his chassis that night. And now he's on a Premier chassis, which is Hermes Sadler, I believe, designs that chassis. So he's still learning that one a little bit. Right now we're watching Ashton Johnson in his DNQ debut, leading right now with Ryan Millington in second and Brandon Connard in third. And Jay-Z, I mean, we've seen so many prep races here before.
if you're basically in 7th, you're screwed for the rest of the race, I would imagine.
Yeah, this is a big track position class here. You can see just, 10 laps in, there's that angel dust building in that top line. I think everyone's got a gear rule in this class, right? So it's basically all tires and roll speed. If you're a half a tenth off, by the end of the race, you're behind by a straightaway. So this is just commonplace. This is just what you see. No surprises here. But at the same time, as the caution's out for someone being around there in 4.
Oh, Ratchet Jaws goes for a spin off of turn number 4. He, hanging out with the wrong crowd, doing the wrong things, get a little angel dust, and there you go.
Yeah.
Tough break.
But as we come back to green here, the thing about this class is if you can put a straightaway in the field, that was all you and your setup, and you're driving that. You know what I mean? There's no luck to it because everyone's kind of on the same playing field. So, you could take some pride. They're around 3 together.
Had a little sandwich off of turn 2, but we stay green because the track is clear. Ashton Johnson leading, and don't look now, but here's Dustin Dunn in 4th. He said he was going to have some good pit lizards here tonight, so if he wins, we'll get to see those.
Yeah, let's hope we get to see them anyway. Dustin Dunn and Ratchet Jaws Teasley are 2 of the most improved racers as we go on board with Millington here. He's trying to beat the back bumper off of whoever the hell's leading. Austin Lewis? Who is that?
Ashton Lewis.
Ashton Lewis, whatever.
Speaking of pit lizards, the SRI Performance calendar every year, that is a good one. I got a, SRI Performance sponsor here tonight. Shout out to the old calendars. Hopefully we can get one this year here at DNQ. Ashton Johnson leads right now. Ryan Millington, Brandon Connard, same old story, except for the 4th position. Looks like Dustin Dunn's going to get shuffled around here a little bit by Thomas Back Markham. And the 77, Austin or Ashton Birch. And there's his teammate Ratchet Jaws trying to pound his way back to the front.
That's 2 right there that I'd love to go to scores with. They've been taught by an absolute professional. And it looks like that lesson has made its way to the racetrack. Because look, he is shoving his way up into the front of the stage.
Yeah, Dylan Teasley making the move on Dustin Dunn. I know Tyler Young's standing over there with maybe a Michelob Ultra, enjoying this race tremendously. He tells me, I love coming out to the DNQ races. They are so much fun. All my guys have such a great time, and thank you for the support, Tyler Young's Motorsports. Here we go. Ashton Johnson leading with only a few laps to go as the green flag is out. That was our 5 to go caution. Let's see what happens. Oh, no. Dustin Dunn involved in that. Ashton Johnson, our leader. I mean, man, what a disaster there. Off of turn number 2, had somebody getting the angel dust, and that's going to end the night for Dustin Dunn. Tough break. Let's take a look at this again. They just get a, hot case of the runs there and just getting those left rears, and there it is. Let's take a look at it one more time, see where this happens. Dunn underneath Birch. Oh, yeah. He had the run, just arrow loose. He just got, I don't even think he touched him there.
Right there is where he didn't hit the brake pedal at all.
Yeah. I mean, when that spin started, I don't even think he touched him. He just got around Arrow. Arrow got him. Just got Arrow loose. I love when the announcers say, I don't think he touched him, and the guy blatantly just knocks his left rear off of it.
Right.
Politically correct.
No Goodyear left on
that guy is racing like an idiot too hard, and he dumped that guy. No, I don't think he touched him. Jesse Riggins up top getting some hot farts here in the prep class. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Millington has a few laps to go. I don't think Connard's touching Ratchet Jaws right there on entry. I don't think that happened.
That's just a pocket of air.
The air sucked him right around.
Whoa, hey-o.
Teasley on the back left rear bumper of Connard. Yeah, whatever. Nobody's touching that. Nobody's touching the leader right now. As Kidwell's got those outfielders working. He's digging on the inside of Ratchet Jaws, trying to get a top 3. As a white flag is out, let's see what happens here. I have a feeling Millington's going to cross the line first.
Is that a back Markham machine? Is he filling in?
No, they look exactly the same. As Millington crosses the line first, he fails Surge, but we'll go ahead and talk to him anyway because it's just Surge. So. Well, down here with Ryan Millington, tonight's Busch Series, Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair Busch Series feature winner here at SRI Performance Night. You had a really good kart to start this thing off, went
kind of the mid-pack there, and you were able to capitalize there at the end and take this thing. How was it?
Yeah, I mean, we ran first or second the whole race. We had a really good kart, just learned a little bit on tires the last race here, and I was able to pull a move that last restart and just move old boy out of the way. So I did what we had to do and got the win, and overall great night and just super tickled. So can't thank Graham, Gage, Dylan, and Megan enough for all the help. It was a great night and just really happy.
Did it feel like when you and Landon Huffman shit-canned each other there at Hickory Speedway at the end of that thing, or what?
Oh, absolutely. I let Lewis have it, but, that's racing out here. It's kind of like bum and gray, but on dirt. So just a ton of fun racing out here, man. I've ran 5 or 6 races and picked up my first win. Just really happy.
Ryan Millington, tonight's Carroll Tractor Trailer Repair Busch Series feature winner. Well, he's not working on Chris Ferguson's super late model, earning $10,000 at Bristol Motor Speedway. I know you probably got half of that.
Yeah, half and nothing.
You're out here running here in the DNQ Busch and ARCA Series. How was it out here tonight? Finished second, probably not a bad night.
Oh, yeah, that was a blast, man. I got to thank Eric Riggins first and foremost. He did the tires and all that, and that was a blast. I've never done it before. Came out here and outran Jesse, and I didn't expect to do that, but it was cool. It was different.
Yeah, the prep classes are a little bit safer as far as driving, but as far as just people moving each other, it's a lot tougher.
Yeah, of course I kept choosing the top, trying to get a run. Then I think on that restart, they got mangled up, and I was able to dodge it, but it's definitely harder to pass. But it's part of prep racing. That was super fun. We'll take our $90 for second or whatever it is and head on to the house.
Yeah, you might be able to bum a can of beer off them or something like that, but Brandon Connor second here tonight. Well, Tyler Young development driver Dylan Teasley comes home with a third-place finish. You pretty much, I think he's a rookie too, so I wouldn't really say the ARCA win, but a good ARCA points night as well because you're getting points for that. But, man, you got in a wreck. You spun over here. And then a big wreck. You're able to get some attrition and a really good night.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Got to thank Pickle for doing the tires and everyone else for their help. And Tyler Young. I finally figured out how to drive there the last 20 laps or so, and it was a pretty good night.
Yeah, you guys got this thing hooked up really well. Is Tyler Young teaching you everything you know about this thing or what?
Yeah, a little bit. We're teaching him more than, what he knows.
That's very true. I'm not going to say much more on that, but it's very true. Third place finisher tonight for Dylan Teasley. All right, let's take a look at the Finish Line Wash Pros Dash Series starting lineup. Josh Long on the SRI Performance pole with the Nightcrawler, Kelly Britt on the outside pole.
Wash Pros, wash my driveway and my grundle, Zach Campolonia and Joey Gase.
Bobby Showtime and Brian Shaw in the next row.
Jen Welsh and Mike Melton, last year's champion, in the next row.
Dan Marak and Stephen Tatugas.
Jamie Edwards and Tyler Richmond in the next row.
Tatuch. Martin Coberly and our last race winner, David Beck Markham. Front Markham.
Raymond Thies and Chris Guin.
Jonathan Mabe. And James Seagroves DeCoursery and Jordan Rubbage coming back to the series. Good to see that name at the back of the field.
As we go green, there's the information for the series. Finish Line Wash Pros, man, they do everything local in the Mooresville area. If you guys got mold on your house, gutter issues, the HOA sending you mail, you got to clean your house, call Finish Line Wash Pros. Mark Ellis does a great job. Mark Ellis will clean it no matter what it takes. He will go out there and handle it as we go green in his series here tonight. Nightcrawler Kelly Britt up towards the front, and he is snaking away as Jen Welsh goes for a little bit of a spin off the corner. Now, for those at home that don't know about this series, it's the small treaded tires all the way around. So these guys have zero stagger. Speeds are up, handling is down. So the drivers have to do a little bit better of a job at driving these things, as Josh Long has already fell back to third.
Now, Bob, will Finish Line Wash Pros wash all the money that I've been paid from DNQ?
I mean, he could probably bring the pressure washer out, but other than that, I can't guarantee anything. He's not the guy from Ozarks. He's not Marty from Ozarks, so yeah. I mean, hey, something on the side. Not like this is on YouTube or anything. He's going on board with Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw.
Who's that on the top?
Oh, that's Bobby Showtime, man, making it happen up top there. Brian Shaw's a guy that's getting a little bit better as we go. And Jay-Z, you really saw this guy's potential, and you feel like he's got a really good future, and he's been getting a lot better last couple races.
He has. His driving's getting a lot better. That notebook's getting thicker. He's been learning. He's keeping that left front right on the white line, getting a little bit extra weight jacking there to help that go-kart turn. He's figuring it out. He's a good student of the game, so to speak.
I love watching Showalter run the top here. Watch this. Pull even, almost even. Now watch this run. Shoom! Isn't that awesome, man? I mean, you don't ever see that in kart racing. That's what makes the DNQ series so much better. Hoosier does such a good job with these tires, and man, the racing product is so good out here.
It is, and what makes it even better is that SRI party deck out there in turn number 1. SRI, big supporter of DNQ for all the right reasons. There they are, getting it done as we watch Bobby Showtime get another big run off the top side.
I think I just saw Beef Tips down there get, another Busch light. He's loving it, man. We love SRI. We love everything they do for the DNQ series, and great to honor them tonight here in this series as Brian Shaw has now successfully worked his way past Showtime. Showtime still hot and heavy on that top row, making it happen.
He does, but you see that? Clean racing here in DNQ for, I don't know, a few laps probably. But wow, Bobby Showtime pulls back ahead again.
A little slip on that bottom, JZ, and it doesn't take much. Showtime gets that run and drives away.
Yeah. You saw it. He got that left front off the line, just 2 corners in a row, and he lost about 4 or 5 kart lengths to Bobby Showtime hustling on the high side. So you got to be disciplined here in some of these classes where the rule set keeps you close. As Joey Gase closes in on the back of Long here, we got to have a challenge for the lead before the night's up here.
This is technically the lead because Kelly Britt, the Nightcrawler, who is in his own league right now, his engine sounds extremely loud, and he had a hole drilled in his air intake. Like, dude, what's the deal, man? You know we're gonna check the engines. Like you
8 for effort.
He runs like 10th normally, and he's getting better. And then he goes and does some dumb stuff like drill a hole in the airbox. I mean, we check that stuff, man. Like, your engine is so much louder than everybody else's. Do you think you're going to get away with that? Come on.
It's not like Carl Long's shit's just worn out because he ran it 17 races in a row. Bro, you got a 2-inch hole saw on the side of your air.
Yeah, and you're and like look, if you're gonna cheat, make the race close. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
Yeah,
look,
right.
I'm cheating.
Paddle it or some
I'm
shit.
gonna make a show out of this. No, this dude's checked out 15 kart lengths as we're watching the actual battle for the lead. I mean, come on, dude. It just sometimes my mind gets blown at the go-kart racer mentality of like, they say don't do it, I'm gonna do it, and it drives me nuts. So we're on board with Brian Shaw, man, holding a pretty wheel with the mechanics wear gloves, just making it happen out here, running the bottom here in this Finish Line Wash Pros Dash Series. Doing a great job getting his equipment better as the 5-to-go caution is out. Very clean race so far, and I just jinxed it. So let's see what happens here.
Wow, this is a typical NASCAR lineup right here towards the back. Come to the choose cone, 19 carts wide as we take the green. Yeah, Kelly Britt.
Yeah, everybody's like, bah, bah. Kelly Britt runs by. Yeah, all right, dude, come on. As we watch Josh Long lead this thing right now, my son Jake's going to come in here and come talk to me as I'm doing this. Hey, buddy. Say hi. Say hi. All right.
He's out. Oh, Bobby Showtime down to the bottom.
Showtime out there making it happen. Looks like Josh Long, Steve Todges. Here comes Mike Melton, last year's champion, doing a great job. Man, Joey Gase got shuffled in that whole exchange, didn't he?
He did, but why did Showtime go back to the bottom? He was making so much hay up on top. He gave that, what is ultimately the lead back to Long. Ooh, crosses him under.
Oh, he tried to cut under. Right reared him. Coming off of turn 4, this guy's cheating his rear end off. He doesn't win, sorry. Second place going to go to Showalter. He's going to take the win. Let's go down and talk to him. We don't show interviews of guys that cheat. Really bad.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Well, down here in the Finish Line Wash Pros LLC, second place finisher, Robert Showalter. Robert, good run out here tonight. I did not get to watch most of the feature, so I'd be lying if I said how your night went, because I was dealing with other stuff. But how was it from the driver's seat here in this Dash Series? Seems like you've found a little bit of a home here.
So we tried running the top the whole race there, and we ran 5th there, I think, at the top. And me and the guy in 4th, we were going back and forth. And then once for all, I got a 5-lap caution that went my way, and I actually went to the bottom with this thing and made some moves, and we finished second. So can't complain. It was a good run. I didn't go to AR, so I'm missing some points from there, so that's probably gonna be my drop. But keep running like this, we'll be okay. And if this guy here, if he passes tech, then we might win this thing. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, what's it like getting from the Cup cart into this? Is it so much slower that it's easier for you?
Yeah, it's things like driving a Cadillac and the Cup carts wrestling an alligator. So going way faster, it seems like anyways. Just the motor's louder, a little more out of control, and I don't. It just drives different for sure. And I don't know. But I can't figure it out on the bottom of the Cup car, so it was to stay on the top, I guess. So I'll just I'll take these 2 finishes we got this week and keep moving on.
Robert Showalter, second here tonight. Well, we're down here with Josh Long with this beautiful 71 done by Raptech. Josh, not really a scrape on it. Third place finish. Can't really complain. I mean, we still got tech, so maybe second, but can't complain.
Right, no, I'm happy with it. Raptech guys, like my first time working with them, did an awesome job. Like Wes, Showalter, Magic, all them guys that helped me, Turbo and everybody. Got a shout out to them. It wouldn't be this fast if it wasn't for those guys. And like Hoosier Tire, obviously, for putting this stuff on, and you, of course. But man, that was fast on the bottom. I just couldn't get off. It just got free off and tight in the center, and I don't know. I think I could have had Showalter, but ran out of laps.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Kelly was really fast. We'll see what happens there, and Robert good, but he seemed to find a pretty good groove here in this series.
Yeah, definitely good points night. Hopefully I can keep it in the top 5 in points. That was kind of my goal coming into this, try to improve every year, and I think so far so good, so try to keep it going.
Josh Long, third place here tonight in the Dash Series. DNQ USAC Series on the SRI Performance pole. David Mayu with Joey Gates, who just ran out last race, will be on the outside pole.
Mayonnaise. Row number 2, John Kinder and Desi Tortugues.
Steven Tortugas and Magic Mike Melton.
Moon Eyes. Jason Poole making his DNQ debut with Charlie Kingan, who finished third last race.
Row number 7, Ryan Richmond, our initial winner, and Zach Donahue.
That's Steve Carmine and Curtis Beeson.
Beeson won our last race with Dirty Air Donald Colwell and David Crops in the next row.
Cowboy Carmen and Rob Bates in the 57.
Here's USAC. Buggy Champ Karts, Shredded Hoosiers, no prep, no prep, no prep. Prep the tires, prep them, they won't check it. No prep.
We got 4 rules, and you idiots got to break one of the 4 that we got.
Keep this shit up, I'm telling you, because we're going to start checking tires, and it won't be after races. Green flag, here we go. Our iris on our camera got a little jacked up on the start of this thing, so it looks like you're in the club and you took some drugs. But here we go. David Mayo tickling the high side. Here's her 3 wide with Kinder, Joey Gase, and Steven Todges in the top 4. And this USAC says we got the caution out. Ryan Richmond is over on his side. Off of turn 3 and 4, he got into Desi Todges, and he is having a rough start to this USAC season. Rough start, man. Let's see what happened. Desi got, oh!
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a shunt.
Desi got a little free there.
Why is Ryan Richmond so far back anyway? He was the inaugural USAC Series race winner, like by miles. And now he can't even tag the back of a B main.
Struggling, man. It happens in racing. Go back green here in the I love USAC. This series, man. People told us, do not do champ carts. They don't show up. Well, I'm telling you, the DNQ series, man, we got a great field here. I gotta thank everybody that runs this series, man. You guys are doing great with it. And look at this, John Kinder out front here leading this thing as Gase challenging for the lead.
2 Hooters Pro Cup Series drivers there battling it out. Joey Gase and John Kinder. John Kinder about 20 years prior to Joey Gase. He's got a couple of grays to show off, but that gray number 35 of Joey Gase powers back on the outside, takes that lead away from old-timer Kinder.
Yeah, I'm wondering if these champ cars, they don't want that left front on the white line on that berm on the inside. It seems like they that just don't prefer it. I don't know if it's a stiffer chassis or the roll cage or what, but as soon as Kinder put that left front of the line, it looked like the boat anchor went out. So we'll see what happens. As Tatujas is in third there in that orange number 12, I believe, holding his own.
Mike Melton, David Mayo gets clipped on the right front. He's going to go for a loop-de-loop, and that'll bring out the caution. Yep, that'll do it. Mayo goes for a little spin there, which happens from time to time. That exposed right front is something that you got to watch here in this USAC series, as Joey Gase is going to lead the field off of turn 4. We go back green racing with Joey Gase in the lead. Man, I see a little arrow device there, Jay-Z, on Joey Gase's piece. The right side is fully Lexand in, which is okay in DNQ. You can run some body modifications as long as it's not wickered outside the body. Gase taking advantage of that. If he wins this race, will everyone have one afterwards?
I think so. It's monkey see, monkey do. They'll say, hey, I can't run my cart as free as Joey Gase. Why? They'll do some Googling about side force on the internets, and they'll all show up with Lexand right sides the next time out. You wait and see.
Internets. Joey Gase leading.
Hey, just to follow up on that, everybody's running the bottom here in the USAC series. We did not see that same thing on the treaded class earlier. What's the difference, and why isn't the top working for this class?
You know, I really couldn't tell you. I'd love to see the setup numbers, see one of these champ carts on the plate back at the shop, and find out what kind of percentages they're running. Maybe they're, as we're getting into the left rear there with that naked right front, they're getting into each other. And just see if maybe they're not running the same type of percentages that the Cup Series is. One goes around the front.
Oh, Jason Poole gets clipped by Danica getting into one there. And, man, what a tough break for him. Charlie Kingan had a run, went to the top. Jason Poole was there, and, his left front was ripped off of it from the contact from Charlie Kingan. And then Danica just killed that left rear wheel. Desi, sorry, Desi. I just like saying Danica for some reason. So, if you're, I'm sorry if you were offended by being called Danica. Kind of. Here we go. Green flag is out. Joey Gase leads. That was a bad wreck for Jason Poole. Tough night. Hard to racing though. Man, it looks.
Back to the setup on these cards. Jay-Z, I remember back in '75, we used to run a 5,000-pound right front spring in these with a pair of 450s in the back, and I wonder if these guys are still running the same thing.
It could be. There's some dusty old guy out there and some black wrestlers saying, back at Patriot back in my days, this was the hot setup, and they could all be trying it, man. You never know.
I wish I could talk to Brewer right now and get him on the line. He could hook one of these things up.
Oh, yeah. There is no doubt in my mind Tim Brewer could get one of these things hopping. You know what? As many crew chiefs that we've seen that go straight out of the commentator's booth right down to the truck series, I mean, man, they make some stuff happen, don't they?
Dude, that's what I think. I've seen him out here walking around the pits looking for a job, and it won't be long before he gets one of these things turning on a dime.
I am not touching that with a 10-foot pole. As we continue out here racing, David Mayo and Mike Melton, and man, the top three are the top three. Not many guys ringing the wall down here. Why is that? Yeah. I'm on. Hold on. Let me finish my drink up here. You guys keep going then.
It could be too. Some of the guys in the Cup Series, man, they just got a whole lot between their legs, and they want to go up there. They want to show off. They want to move some more merchandise, and that's how they want to win the race. The guys in this class, maybe they're in it more for fun. They'll bombing around with their buddies, half drunk, and that's whether they're running the bottom. Who knows?
I mean, one thing that I love about the DNQ series is you can see the drivers. You can see them working the wheel and see how hard they're driving, but. Yeah, cages and running the bottom ain't selling T-shirts.
No, not yet. In time, I'm sure we'll get somebody up there. They're also hard to see out of. Got an opportunity to drive Kinder's Mobile there for a little bit. You can't really see all that well out of those things, so I'm not really sure if you know where you're going, but it's still working out for the guys up front. Kinder in second right now, passing Cowboy Carmine, and trying to stretch his legs a little bit on Mike Melton as the 5-to-go caution coming up very soon. There it is right now. So here we go. Get your big boy pants on. It's time to race.
Yeah, glad to see Kinder running up front again. He's been really hot and cold here in DNQ series, running good sometimes, not so good others, but now it's down to him and Gase again. Gase, you can see the red lights flashing. That thing is hot under caution. Kinder gives him a shove in the left rear, tries to take that lead away from him. Wait for him to reel him back in and try to get this win away from Joey Gase.
Kinder get that big arc into one, cannot get the drive off that Gase has. Gase is stuck pretty good in that thing. And I got a pretty good setup, and it must be that Lexan on the right side of that cart.
Charlie Kingan fighting for a top 5 here, a name we haven't called a whole lot lately, but he's showing off for the fans in the stands here, putting in a good show tonight.
Got that SRI decal on the nose of that thing, supporting SRI Performance as he is trying to make the run to 4th. And David Mayo having a pretty good rebound after spinning early and starting on the pole.
Yeah, had some trouble, and he likes running the high side. Not happening tonight, so kind of out of his wheelhouse down there on the bottom, but all Joey Gase right now. No pressure out back from John Kinder. Joey Gase takes the checkers here in the USAC series.
Down here in the DNQ USAC series, Joey Gase is going to celebrate a victory, and I have a feeling he is going to get wet here. Yeah. That's a good call with the visor down. Good call with the visor down there, Joey. Your guys are here. They love to celebrate. I mean, I know you guys prep a lot for these events, and it's got to feel really good to get a USAC win.
Yeah, it does for sure. Basically, the last 3 races, I drove 2 of them, Hunter drove 1, and we just kept losing it on the five-leg caution. So thank God we finally got it here, and just forgot to thank Magic, Hunter, Tiny, Caitlin, the boys are here, which is great. My dad's here, and it's a big family affair. And got to thank Caitlin for letting me do it. I've been gone from 8 o'clock in the morning to midnight almost here the last 2 weeks doing this stuff, cup stuff. We got my own Xfinity car now. Got our own late model team, so we've been busy. I really shouldn't be doing this, but I got to thank Caitlin for letting me come out and have some fun.
Yeah, it was a really exciting race. You were able to get out there and kind of hold your own, but Kinder gave you a run for the money at the end of that thing.
Yeah, he did for sure. I just had to get cleared track, and we definitely felt way better than I did the last time here for sure. And I was glad that the wall went away. That was a little scary. We could do it, but I'm glad we didn't have to run up there anymore.
Joey Gase takes his first win here in the DNQ USAC series. Well, down here with our second place finisher, John Kinder in the Rims 1 Ghostface Brewing Machine. I mean, man, I thought you actually had a legitimate run coming off of 2 here under Gase, and I was like, oh, here we go. But it just wasn't enough. He closed the door on you. But a good night, didn't tear anything up.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I've sucked the last few weeks, so just to finish the race was cool. Yeah, Joey ran it clean. We ran clean at the beginning, and I knew he was going to pinch me off a little bit there. I mean, you're coming to the end of the race. It was all good, and I'm just glad we got a finish out of it.
Yeah, it's got to feel good to at least not tear anything up, which is what we've seen a lot here in this series. But I was talking to David Mayo about the discipline it takes to run an exposed right front tire. I think that's really calmed everybody down. It actually makes you have to race, or you're going to rip the right front off of it.
I don't know. Have you seen the last 2 races I ran? I suck at this shit, man. Like, horrible. I've learned that. I don't know. It's definitely different because you don't have a nose out there, so you got to respect that right front. When even going down that back straightaway when Joe and I banged together, normally you'd have that nose out there. You can just kind of move them, but without it there, you got to watch it.
John Kinder, third place finisher now. You got anybody, or second place finisher? You got anybody to thank?
Yeah, Ghostface Brewery, Rims 1, and that KSR motor, man, that thing is stout. So appreciate it, Kevin.
John Kinder, second place here tonight in the USAC feature. Yep. Down here with David Mayo here in the number 17 machine. Who you got sponsoring on this thing? Scotts Hill Hardware and Supply Machine, and a lot of other sponsors down here, but that's the one on the side panel, so that's the one that I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's
but
a good one to say.
But a good run here, third place finish. Cannot be angry at that. Didn't tear anything up tonight. It was a good night.
After everything that happened tonight, it was a great night. The track came around, got a little bit better. I did not expect us to run the bottom like we did. I kind of expected the high side, even with the high side being rolled back in. But the bottom was actually really well there, and it made for good racing.
Talk about the racing in this series. You have an exposed right front wheel and tire, so that makes you guys race a little bit more disciplined than the guys we just watched in the Cup race run, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. Not having a bumper over the right front pretty much makes you have a launch pad, so you kind of got to be careful. It's kind of when I spun out there, if I would have kept going, I probably would have jumped his left rear and went right over.
Anybody you have to thank for this besides
Scott Hill's Hardware Supply?
I'd like to thank Pop-Tart, Tim Sheets at LKN Tool Repair, Dwayne Browning for doing the motor, and John Kinder and Michael Roth for helping with tires as well, and John Barnhill and Austin Barnhill.
A good third place finish here for David Mayo.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Filthy Mechanic Pro Cup Series starting lineup. On the SRI pole is Zach Stroop with Jesse Riggins on the outside pole.
Row number 2, Brandon Connard and Flying Ryan Ayers.
Row 3, Austin Compton, the 111 of Brian Shaw.
Nick Bashford and Zach Smith will round out the next row.
Row number 6, Jay Zarapata and Derek Kraus making his DNQ debut.
The Doggo Alfredo and Justin Boger.
Zach Campbellonia and Adam Wilcox in the next row.
Stephen Horney and Chris Guin.
Landon Smith and Jonathan Mabor Rector.
Brian Shaw has the in-car camera as well for tonight. Filthy Mechanic, here you go. Predators, same as Cup Series, but Predator engines. Don't prep the tires. Hey man, I think we can get away with prep if we do like the right front only. Don't prep the tires. Green flag.
If we use some tire tough mint, the sniffer won't get it. The prep sniffing dogs won't catch it.
But a guy on Bob's 4-cycle said that you can't have no VOCs and it'll pass the dang tech sniffer. Them damn dogs.
They said don't do it, but I think we can do it. We'll get away with it if we win.
They're 4 wide.
Oh, man, I love the Filthy Mechanic Pro Cup Series. Zach Stroop went to the top and lost a ton of spots there, and Austin Compton is leading this thing right now. Man, I love this series.
Jesus. They're 3 and 4 wide all the way through the field. What a race. We're 3 wide right now for, I think, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Yeah, the Filthy Mechanic Pro Cup Series, it's not Cup, but these guys have, I mean, we had 30 of these guys show up. So right now you're seeing the top 18 out of 30 karts. So it's becoming hard to even make the show here in this series, let alone having the best competition out there.
Get the duct tape, tie wraps, and dead blow. We got a B main to win, boys.
I'm more Brian Shaw. Now, we saw him on the bottom during the dash race, and looks like he was running the middle, but here he goes back to the bottom, racing with Zach Smith. Look at those runs off the top there. Look at Jesse Riggins making it happen.
He's fighting that thing a little bit. It's hard to get it down. When he gets it down there, he wants to push it
Our
up.
leader, Austin Compton, has an issue as he is going to pull off the racetrack. Broken rear gear sprocket for Austin Compton. Just, man, you just cannot do that. You can't checklist it drunk. It legitimately broke. I just like saying that. As we're looking, his teammate Zachary Smith now and Zach Stroop are racing very hard. These kids were not born in the 90s named Zach. I mean, this definitely wasn't a popular name back then, right? Oh, we're under red. We've got a caution. And we got one upside down.
Ooh.
Justin Boger goes for a flip there off of turn 4. He's taking a dirt nap. Dude, tough wreck.
The lady ain't going to let me buy a new tie rod.
Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh,
shit.
Oh, he got body slammed.
Yeah. He held on to the wheel the whole time. You got to give him credit for that. Tough break. Tough break for Boger. Yeah. That's bad when your hands aren't even up and it's just wham as we go. Yeah. As we go green, Zach Smith leads the field. Looks like Ayers got the jump on the bottom. Here comes Zach Stroop with a run off the top there. 5 wide going down the backstretch. Look at this thing. Fanned out 5-6 wide off of turn number 4, and the caution is out for 2 NDFs who wrecked in the back. You ruined the restart. Killing me. Get your stuff
Big
together.
catch of NDF.
My goodness. Man, you had the best restart all night. You guys just go out there and step on it. Green flag. Zach Smith going to take the lead here as Zach Stroop getting that run off the top. Here it comes, the crossover.
Ooh, Jesse Riggins as well. He's running high, wide, and handsome, trying to hunt down P3. Brian Shaw on the inside.
This is...
But he makes it through the NDF in turns 4. This time they go back 2 wide. Huge run coming from the top. Riggins cuts him off down into 3rd. He slides up into 2nd. Woo! 2 for 1 that time.
You know, I can't understand these guys that go to these prep tracks and like love watching the racing. As we're on board with Brian Shaw, I'm gonna go down to Tri County and you know, some of these racetracks, and we're gonna prep and we're all gonna run the bottom.
and that's it. And we ain't going to race. We're all going to run the bottom going 70 miles an hour. I can't stand it. This race is so much better than that. You're actually driving these things. Look at Zach Stroop right there. Just can't clear him. I mean, look at this. How do you go to these other tracks and look at that?
Whoa!
Whoa! Coming live straight at you at the house. Zach Stroop, last year's champion, making it happen out here. And him and Brian Shaw, if you guys watch the Miltona video, they hate each other. He reached over, tried to smack him during the race last time. So watching these two race clean right now is going good as we got another caution. Got a piece of debris off of... Somebody dropped a cigar down there off of 3 and 4. We're going to throw a caution out for it. It's a Cuban. It's a Cuban cigar. That's what it is. Look at that doofus. All right, here we go. Getting ready to go back green. It was from the high line. They were getting hot fart runs, and the log finally came out. Green flag back underway. Zach Smith. And you know what? Another thing. Oh, look at that run from Riggins. Here comes. Look at that run. Yeah. You know, we get to watch these videos online, and we see the comments in there. Some guys from Australia love watching these things, so gotta send a shout out to all of our Australian viewers that love the blokes that do the commentary out here.
Yeah.
So
Hashtag Straya, boys. We appreciate it.
when we ran this race, it was daylight for you guys. So. Yeah, we'll hook you up with Bronson Butcher, too, all right, another DNQ legend. You have some Wheat Bix in the morning. As the caution is out, the rest of that bumper came off of turn number 2. Yeah, we're going to park Jay Zarapata for having his bumper come off. So you got to have a rear bumper to race. You got to have a left rear bumper extension. Track worker showing off his athletic ability. Single file restarts. Is Brian Shaw getting sneaky?
Cheeky.
That's. Hey, and he left rears him. Oh, yeah. So there's that rivalry that we were talking about earlier. We said they were playing nice till right then and there. Air Force One's it there in on him. Yeah. Ryan Air Force One. Look at Jesse Riggins up top here. Here comes the run. Look at that thing.
Wow, and then Riggins cuts him down to the bottom. That is the strategy right there. If Riggins can finally get the leader, that might be how he wins this race.
Making the run there on Air Force One. Woo. As the battle for second and third is firing up. Zach Smith is checked out right now on the field, but the rest of these guys are racing hard towards the middle of the pack.
What Riggins needs right now is another caution. He needs another patch of NDF in turn 4 to catch him back up to the leader, or hope that the leader is, I don't know, prepping, drilling a 2-inch hole in the side of his airbox, something like that. Whoa, look out! If you're running the bottom, you cannot slide all the way up to the top because those guys will be right there. Wow, what a run by Riggins. This is exciting racing.
So you don't have to run the top to be fast. I mean, Zach Smith is leading right now on the bottom. Ryan Ayers, we tested his tire. We know he passes. Clean tires, running the bottom. I mean, you can run both lanes in this track and make it work. Just guys like to run the top even though it's dangerous.
I mean, you can make some speed up there. My concern tonight is that that one shot off of turn 2 really showed it. There's starting to be that black rubber getting laid down. I'm really worried about some blistering and possibly some cording there on Jesse Riggins' right rear as he threads the needle, tries to get back past Ayers there on the outside, and he does. Again, I'm just worried about excessive tire wear and what the crew chiefs are going to do for next week if this keeps becoming a reoccurring theme.
Now, this is the next race at DNQ will be the 100th DNQ race. This is the 99th DNQ race that we've had ever since we started this stuff, which is crazy to think, Bill, isn't it? We've come a long way from messing around in the rental stuff as the caution is out. We wanted to do a rental race. It just never materialized at everybody's schedule. But here we go. Zach Smith leading, and the green flag is back out. 5 to go. Let's see what happens.
Only a DNQ to get a 5-wide restart with 5 to go, and Riggins.
No! And he went to the bottom. I don't know why he went to the bottom. He's getting such hellacious runs off the top. Let's see what happens here if he can get past Brian Shaw.
Does it look like an Air Force One trying to give, who the hell's the leader?
Zach Smith.
Stroop's coming back.
Yeah, and Brian Shaw in the middle again. We need some helmet paint sponsors in DNQ. Bob, why don't you get on that? We got too many white helmets in here. Maybe for the next win, we can give away a good helmet paint job.
We'll talk to Off-Axis Greg. He's got a lot of business, though. But, I mean, I could spray paint one if you want. I'll get the fluorescent paint out there and make it happen.
We should all do that. We should all sit by the fire and get drunk and paint somebody's helmet one night.
All right, here you go. Here's your helmet. You get a free helmet, but you have to wear it all year, and we're gonna put penises all over it. Zach Smith wins the race. You have to win it all year, but you don't get to see it till the race. Well, down here in the Filthy Mechanic Clothing Company Pro Cup Series, the SRI night, Zach Smith, you take home the win. Pretty much let them have it here in this race tonight. Talk about the decision to stay on the bottom in practice and not migrate to the top.
I was just watching the classes before, and I talked to Dad, and he was like, you got to go to the bottom. So,
It's my boy's first win.
so I listened to him, and it paid off.
Yeah, it seemed like the times were just as fast, top or bottom, taking less track up. And like you said, we were just talking a minute ago, you didn't have to worry about the cushion.
Yeah, it looked pretty rough up there. A couple of guys flipped in qualifying, and that first feature, it got a little rough. So I knew if I went to the bottom, it was probably going to be smooth, and I wouldn't have to worry about making a mistake and costing myself.
Yeah, it seemed like you and Austin Compton, who broke, have really stepped your stuff up. I mean, without telling us too much, what have you guys done as a team to make your stuff way better?
We got some help from his father-in-law, and we came over here. Like I said last time, we came and tested, and I don't know, we just kind of stepped up our maintenance program, and we seem to be doing a little better.
Anybody else you have to thank for this?
Oh, there's so many people. I hope I don't leave anybody out. Compton's Welding, Piedmont Pavement, EW Motorsports, FK Rod-Ins, Precision Tree, Smoky Mountain Boys Barbecue. I hope I didn't leave anybody else out. But
Zach Smith, tonight's Pro Cup winner. Thank you, Zach. Well, a name that is synonymous with having top 3 finishes here in the Pro Cup Series is Flying Ryan Ayers. Ryan, you started way in the back, man, and then
third.
Okay. Oh,
Third, but fell back.
Okay.
Really bad.
I don't pay attention very well, so that's exactly what happens. Dude, you came back through this field. Actually, you were on the bottom most of the race. Was that something you decided before the race started?
Well, actually, we geared for the top, and then started third, got the lead off of 2, and then went right to the top and went absolutely backwards. So we completely screwed the pooch on this one. But we were okay on the bottom. I think we just had the wrong gear in it. But one thing, Welch, LJ Designs for the new wrap. Everybody that helps this thing out. We thought we might have had him on that last restart, but no, it just is what it is.
Flying Ryan Ayers, a good finish here tonight in the Pro Cup Series race. Well, I always say it. We always know it. The better Riggins, better looking, more cunning, more stunning, better driver, Jesse Riggins. You seem like painfully awkward when I say that every time. Got some third tonight. Dude, you had that top rolling pretty good.
Yeah, we had the top rolling in 1 and 2. I just couldn't get through 3 and 4 all night. We didn't have the gear for it either because we had it geared to run the top. But, you know, we ran the top 3 again. So I want to thank everybody that helps me, Eric, Oli, all my crew, Mackenzie, my fiance, everybody that helps out. Thank you.
Man, there were times you were 3 wide. You get the run, duck underneath. Dude, that's wild, man. What is it like driving that?
I've never seen anything like it until I came here, but it's just back and forth the whole time. You pick the high side and you get past, and then it's crazy. You go all over the place the whole time. That's what makes it fun. You're all over the place the whole time, going back and forth with people, racing. So I like it a lot.
Yeah, Brian Shaw and whoever's in the 24, I forget, did such a good job at giving you guys room and racing with respect, and that seemed what made this race tonight.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. Everybody kept it clean. I mean, there was a couple of incidents, but nothing big, so pretty good race tonight. So thank you guys for putting it on and everything. So
Jesse Riggins, a solid third-place finish here tonight.
Oh, make it like a Biden paint job or something like that. Make him wear the whole thing, you know?
I'm going to leave that in the video before we do these final results. I think that'd be funny. All right, let's take a look at this skate pole cleaning final results. Nick Stroop, our winner after Jason Asbury's tires failed miserably. Blue Ridge Labs called us and said, yeah, these have a lot of chemical in them, so no go. So sorry for Jason Asbury. I mean, I don't even have to say anything anymore. Like, don't do it. We're going to check it. And if you guys think you're getting away with it in qualifying, you've got another thing coming. If you think you're going to get away in the B main, you got another thing coming. So don't do it. Here's your Cup Series. CJ Winslow, great run. Had a really good night there after going for a spin, and the rest of the field there kind of finished in their normal spot there. Chris Minogue, single man, looking for a chick with blue hair. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Carroll and Tractor and Trailer Repair Busch Series final results. Brandon Conard wins after Ryan Millington failed his surge. So he didn't know that the screw in there to set the governor is what it did. Do your research. And that gives Brandon Conard the win. Wasn't expecting that one.
No, Ratchet Jaws with a spin early, comes back to finish second. I mean, that kid has been on a tear. He is the next big thing in DNQ, and he keeps proving it week after week.
Might get a Busch Series.
Shout out to Kidwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a good run there. Let's take a look at the Dash Series, Finish Line Wash Pros Dash Series. Robert Showalter takes the win after Kelly Britt's a hog of an engine. He may as well have had a flathead on it. Does not pass tech, which is surprising to everybody here. Josh Schlong doing a really good job. Last year's champion Mike Melton third.
That was a really good race. Joey Gase coming home fourth. Brian Shaw, another good run for him, followed by Steven Tatugas.
Yeah, we're sending people home in every class now these days. So a top 5 run is very respectable, man. You can crack a beer to that one. You'll feel good about yourself.
Yeah, we've definitely come a long way. Filthy Mechanic Pro Cup Series feature, the one we just watched. Really, really good race. Zach Smith failed his fuel test. It was probably old fuel. He was 20 to almost 30 points higher than everybody else. He gets last place points for that. It's not a big offense, but it does throw you out from the win. Giving it to Ryan Air Force One. He's going to go ahead and take the win. He passed a tire sample as well.
Yeah. Yay. Can win without cheating here in DNQ.
And run the bottom.
Believe it or not. Yeah, and run the bottom. And Jesse Riggins, who put on a show there, finishes second. Brian Shaw with his best run of the night. P3, Jay-Z, that's somebody that you said to watch in the beginning of the year, and it's turning out to be true.
And, he's got a nice little rivalry brewing with Stroop there. They got into it, so it's something to watch. I can't believe we don't have a sponsor all over the in-car camera for Brian Shaw. We were watching him all race long and having a blast. So if you're out there, you got a few bucks to spend, and you want your name plastered all over the best racing in the Southeast, give the DNQ Series a call.
All right, let's take a look at the DNQ USAC final results. Joey Gase gets it done, but John Kinder hot on his tracks. This series, I'm pretty excited to watch how the competition changes throughout the year and how this racing gets. And when we go to the road course, I don't even know what's going to happen with these guys. But Joey Gase hits that, punches that, finally his first win in the USAC series.
Yeah, that's been a couple races coming for him. I mean, he's been competitive since the beginning, and John Kinder, David Mayo, a couple of teammates there, they finished second and third. Good to see them running good, especially on the bottom. Like Mayo likes to run the top. Tonight was not a top track for the USAC series.
Good finish by David Crops, too. I was actually pretty impressed with him. Finished 9th out of 18, so not a bad night for him at all. All right, guys, well, next race is Kara C Photography Night. Want to give a shout-out to Kara C for that next race, and we want to thank SRI Performance, man. What a great night we had here at racing. Cup Series never disappoints, and the rest of the guys, amazing racing here at Millbridge.
Yeah, like it always is, and the track prep was awesome. Again, thank you to Jeremy for doing that, and another great night here at Millbridge. Now let's go drink some beer.
Heck yeah, good times as always. Drivers did great tonight. Nothing too dirty outside of maybe Newman there, putting someone on the wall, but again, I think everyone had a good time. We're sending people home. Let's keep it up, guys. Keep coming out to the racetrack. Keep supporting DNQ. We appreciate it.
April 28th, Kara C night. We'll see you guys in Millbridge. Thanks.